This is Savy King, defender on BASW, and you're watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Welcome to Bay Area Sports Wrap. I'm Marko Ukalovic, continuing our BASW player profiles, and this week we have Savy King, defender of BASW, and welcome to Bay Area Sports Wrap. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, first off, I want to get right out of the way. Why is your nickname Savy? We know your name's Savannah, but who gave you that nickname, first of all?
I've just always gone by Savy. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I've gone by Savannah, so it's just kind of been my entire life. You know, sometimes I even forget my real name is Savannah. So, I mean, Savy's just been around for my whole life, so, I mean, I couldn't even tell you where it came from. Before I even knew what my name was, it was always Savy, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, and so far this is your rookie year here on BASW. How's everything been going, and who have been some of your mentors that you've been learning from here while learning the professional game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously coming in from college and having this be my first season, it's been a big change. So, you know, it's just been kind of getting used to the transition and getting more comfortable, and obviously it's been a lot of months now, so I'm good, but it's obviously really nice to be close from home because I'm from LA, so that's been really helpful as well. But I would just say a lot of the defenders have been mentors for me, specifically Emily, I would say, Jen, Caprice. They have been really influential in helping me kind of develop as a player, especially being so young and them having a lot of experience has been really nice to be able to learn from them, so that's been really cool.
And you go to North Carolina, which is a famed program. They've won so many national championships. Yeah. Why after 1 year did you decide you were done and you wanted to enter the professional ranks? Yeah,
I went into UNC wanting to have a really good freshman season. I wanted to kind of set the tone for my career there, and I think that I was really satisfied with the season that I had there, so I thought that the next best step for my career would be to transition into professional soccer. But I mean, yeah, that was kind of the thought process. It wasn't something that was on the forefront of my mind the entire time. Just wanted to get through the season, see how things went. But I have big dreams, big aspirations for myself, and I felt like making that jump would be really good for my career in order for me to develop in the way that I wanted to.
Yeah, and only being 19, most young women aren't able to make that jump, and usually they stay at least 3, if not 4 years in college. So you just felt this was the right time for you to come out of there after the freshman year that you had there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always about yourself and what you think is best for yourself, and I think that there's been a lot more younger players in the league, so that's kind of been a little bit more inspiring to make that jump, and you have more trust in that just to see the success that they've been having. But I think it's all just up to your path in your career. People go 2 years, after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's different for every person, but I think just looking in terms of myself and the year I had at UNC, I just felt like that was the best choice for me. And
you were drafted second overall by BASW. Did you have an inkling you'd go in the top 5?
That was the hope. You never know, but I was hoping to get drafted high, but obviously no matter where I got drafted, I would have just been happy either way.
And your teammate went first overall. So were you cheering her? And then all of a sudden you hear your name called. Were you pretty much excited at that point, or were you surprised at that point?
I was so excited. I was still on a high from hearing her name called, and it's awesome to be able to come off a season playing with Allie, and then to be able to hear her name called, and just to be able to kind of share that moment as well with her, especially having our experience at UNC, then going into college, and I've been playing with her for a couple years. So it was awesome. It's really cool to be able to share that moment with her, and I'm glad it was with her. But yeah, I mean, just excitement all around.
And you started the season, and then you were on the bench for a little bit. Now you're back on the pitch again in the starting 11. How has that helped so far? Just kind of learn the game when you weren't on the pitch those first couple games in the beginning of the year.
I think you learn a lot from no matter what role you play on a team. When you're on the field, you're in it, so it's kind of making those decisions on the field. But when you're watching from the sideline, you're kind of able to kind of see the flow of the game, or what different. It's a different picture, I guess. So I think it's just kind of embracing that role and using it to your advantage no matter what you're doing, whether you're on the field or you're not on the field. So I think it's just kind of taking it all in. You see different things when you're not on it versus when you're on it. So I think it's just putting that all together, and when the opportunity comes and I get my chance to go on the field, and then just showing that.
And have you liked Coach Albertine's system so far?
Yeah, I think it's worked really well for us. Obviously, we're coming off a couple wins, so it's our season has been going pretty well. I think we're in the playoffs right now in terms of our positioning, so it's been really good. Everything's kind of coming together. It started off a little rocky, but I think everything's been coming together for the past couple weeks, and we've had a really good month of training. So we're in a good spot going into this weekend.
And I was going to say, do you feel now that this team's starting to hit on all cylinders now after this 2-game winning streak, and that you feel now the chemistry is really there at its all-time high at this point of the season?
Yeah, I think we're definitely hitting the best chemistry that we've had throughout the season. I think it's a good place to start hitting it. We're hitting our stride right now, so it's really fun to see and to be a part of it, and just to keep going in the season, and just taking it game by game. But yeah, we've definitely had a little bit of a momentum boost from the past couple weeks, so it's been really cool to see that.
Awesome. Being from Southern California, Santa Monica, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're a big SoCal sports fan.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
All right. So we're not going to mention the team names, but we know who they are, right?
Yes.
Okay. What does Savy King like to do off the pitch when she's having some fun time, alone time?
Well, are we talking in terms of Southern California or here?
In general, you could do first Southern California, and then what you've been experiencing up here this first season. Sure. Yeah,
I definitely would say I'm a big family and friends girl, so I love being around my family and friends. But while I'm home, I love going to the beach for sure. I mean, from Southern California, kind of. They're everywhere, so I love going to the beach. I love just hanging out with my friends and family, going to the pool, shopping. That's a big one for me. I love watching the sunset, all that kind of stuff. Just hanging out with people, and I would say that's like my main.
Have you had a chance to go out to the beaches here, like Santa Cruz, Carmel, Monterey yet?
I've been to Santa Cruz.
Okay.
I have not been to Carmel, Monterey, but I will definitely make it out there, especially during the summer because it's so hot. So definitely try and make it out there. But I've heard good things about it.
Yes.
So.
And then the Monterey Aquarium is one of the things you have to visit if you do go down there for sure. It's one of the best places to check out. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I was just down there yesterday because it was 101 degrees here, so I escaped the heat yesterday. I was not going to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, 101 is crazy. But yeah, no, that sounds awesome. I'll definitely have to make it down there.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, your message to the fans for this weekend's game against Washington. They got some firepower. Yeah. Trinity, Chloe Ricketts, Sar. They all can score on that team. So tough is it going to be to try to contain them? Maybe not stop them completely, but try to contain them, and then where you guys are still able to press and have your own attack.
Yeah, I think just staying true to our game plan and what we want to do going into the game, and staying true to ourselves and what we want to accomplish. And I think we got a good game plan going into it. So I think, just trusting each other, doing what we do, winning our individual battles, and making sure that we're just ready for every scenario. And I think we're in a good place going into this weekend. So I think just having the confidence to go out there and give them exactly what they give us, and put up a fight.
There she is, defender Savy King of your BASW. Thank you so much for joining us here on this player profile. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
You're watching me, but you need to be watching Bay Area Sports Wrap. Bay Area Sports Wrap on YouTube. Like and subscribe, and there's a good chance you might get to heaven.